when it comes to like promoting, and you like when people come into your events, what's your biggest pet peeve?
People coming to the
wrestling suits.
I ain't even gonna get there yet. I say people coming to the door expecting to get in free. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, especially like, let's just be realistic. If another promoter comes to the door, okay, I can give you a little leeway. Or if somebody with, let's be real. If somebody with a name or something behind them is coming to the door, and they have helped the event, maybe shared the post a couple, three, 4 times or something like that, okay, you can get in free. But the people who don't share no flyers, do not share no flyers, don't try to get a whole spot, don't try to do nothing, and you get to the door trying to get in free, that really makes me look at you different. Really, real deal.
Yo, man, it's your boy G, man. I'm here with my dog, IZAIAH, man. IZAIAH, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, Brody?
Man, I've been good. Listen, I've been wanting to do this interview for a long time, man, because, you know what I'm saying, you're a young, promising black male, black king, you know what I'm saying, you play football, you're a promoter, so I know a lot of people want to know the backstory behind how you got what you got, because there's a lot of people that look up to you in this community.
From promoting wise, it started when I was 16. My pops threw a party for me. I kept posting it, and it was thick. Like, so after that, I just kept doing events. Kept doing parties, because I wouldn't call them events at that time, until I really got into the club business and understood like what a promoter is, because I didn't know what a promoter was until about like 18, 17, 18. So from then, I just really been flourishing, and it's been going good.
What was like some of the biggest like challenges for you early on when you started promoting?
Really doing it on my own, learning that I needed a team, and if you're really trying to do events and do them by yourself, like, you're gonna need people behind you. So I think that was like one of the most difficult challenges I faced.
Do you think like when you first started, like, was you like doubting yourself, like, man, I don't think I could do this, man, this shit too hard? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I really was just doing it for fun. Like, I really didn't know how much money you could make. I didn't know I didn't know about sections. I didn't know about bottle girl. I didn't know none of that. I was just throwing parties just to do it.
So when did you realize, like, oh shit, I can really do this? This good. This shit here good.
When me and my brother, we threw a party probably about 2021 for one of my birthday bashes, and it did pretty good. And that's when I knew, like, okay, yeah, like, it's a real business behind it. And then from then we went up.
What was like some of like the early like dilemmas in promoting, where it's like what some shit like made you sit back and like really like think like, is this really what I want to do?
Some parties didn't go as planned. Some parties just wasn't thick. Some parties I've seen 5 people show up, and I've seen 1,000 show up. So really just having to keep going after them 5 people showed up, and really go back to the drawing board and be like I told myself, like, I'll never have just 5 people at my event no more. Like, it's going to be hundreds and hundreds of people. So I think that's probably the most humbling, part I had to go through.
Who's like some of the big, like, who has like been some of your biggest supporters that like you could say like right now that's pushed you to be who you are right now?
I started off with Adriana. She's been in my corner for a while. Jordan Howard, he been in my corner. G1, Mari, like, these are supporters I done had for years and years to come. Off top, those really the highest I have right now.
What's your ceiling for promoting?
What you mean by that?
Like, how far you want to take it? Like, what's your dream event? Like, where you could say, like, damn, I did everything I needed to do.
How far I want to take it wise, I'm still thinking about that, because I always say, like, I only really want about 3 to 5 more years in this, and just like move on with the next chapter of my life. But the way it's going right now, I really don't know, like, what I'm gonna do in those next 5 years. As far as like the biggest event, I mean, I want every event to just keep going, keep getting bigger, but I want to get to like a stadium, pack out a whole stadium. Yeah.
You keep going the way you're going, boy, you're gonna be there. But I always wanted to know, like, okay, we just touched on the positive sides, like the positives for you. What's been like some of the negatives?
The negative, I mean, really like the way you move. Really, like I kind of feel like when it comes to me, it's a little bit more like a little bit more target on my back. When it just come to parties and like what I do, what I say, like I got to be careful like for what I post. Playing football and stuff like that. So I feel like the main challenges and stuff I go through is just moving the certain way, knowing like people looking at me, like people, the kids looking at me, adults looking at me, my generation, my class is looking at me. So just moving right.
Have you lost some people along the way, on your way to success that you like, damn, I can't believe that happened? Or
I really want to say lost. Everybody come in phases. So some people have came in a phase and haven't moved on with me to the next phase, but I wouldn't say lost though.
Understandable. Do you like when you take me through your mindset of like when you're planning an event, like what you do step by step, like what I'm saying, I ain't trying to get all in your game room, I ain't trying to get everybody your sauce, but take me through your mindset, your mind frame, like when you planning an event, like what helps you brainstorm and plan the events that you throw, because you throw a lot of creative events and stuff, and I see a lot of people be trying to copy your wave. So take me through that mindset?
Really, again, team. Like I feel like everybody needs a team. So my team, they help me plan ideas and think of different things to bring to the drawing board. So with that, I just we come together and feel what we is gonna be the best, and we just run with it. I always start with the safety part, like where are we having it at? How can they get in this event? How can they get out of this event in the safest way possible? After that, start thinking of themes and different ways to bring people out. People think promoting is easy. It's not. So really just, we're living a generation right now. A lot of people don't like going to the club, honestly. So you have to find a way to bring them into the club. And I think that's the hardest part with any promoter right now, is trying to find ways to bring them into the club or, bring them outside.
If you were starting over today and you were starting in a clean slate, what things would you have done differently?
Knowing my worth. I was asking for like $300 at one point, and when I was at a good peak. And it's not about the money, it's just about your value. And I feel like my value was higher back then. It's high right now, but it was a higher more than $300 to just promote. So
you say you're saying your worth now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Back then, what you were giving people was basically you was cheating yourself,
right?
selling yourself short.
Yeah, for sure.
So basically, if you had to give any advice to anybody right now, you would say don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, really just be realistic with yourself. Know like what you can do, what you can bring to the table. Somebody trying to book you, you need to just keep it a buck with them as far as what you can do, and it's either yes or no. It ain't really no shortcuts to it. Either they can do it or they can't.
If somebody was to sit right here and ask you, how can they be a successful promoter? What's the first tip you gonna give them?
First off, don't be in drama. Don't be in drama with nobody. Don't beef with nobody. Like, that's another thing that come up promoting that a lot of people don't know. If you like in the stuff with people, or you like are not a people person, you're probably not gonna last as a promoter. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to bring people to your event. The last thing you want is for someone to be like, "Oh, I'm finna go to Zay event." And then they got a friend. "Oh, Zay told me the other day like he don't like me." Now it's like the friend like, "Oh well,
oh, I ain't going."
So I really feel like it come down to like how are you to people? How do you treat people? And then from then, you'll find the wave.
Have you always been a people's person, or you had to grow into one?
I had to grow into one. I really don't. I don't like the spotlight, and it's kind of weird to say, but I just really don't like how people look at me. Like, I don't really try to like boast or brag about myself, because that's just not like I didn't ask for that. I didn't want to be, I guess, one of the top promoters around here. Like I was just doing it for fun, and then I guess I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
But You know, that's probably one of the most things.
Do you wear that as a badge of honor? Like when you go places, like damn, that's Zay, man. Like that nigga throw some good ass parties. Like do you wear that as a badge of honor on your sleeve? Not trying to be cocky nothing, but like you said, confident. You know your worth. You know who you is.
Yeah, like I go in the stores all the time. People see me and, you know, say what's up to me, just walking around, and many people just, you know, like I'd be surprised that many people actually know me. Some people I don't even know that like they know me. It's crazy. So I wouldn't say a badge of honor. I just, you know, it's a good feeling, but at the same time it's kind of like iffy because, you know, you got to just watch what you do, like watch what you say, watch who you hang around.
Now, I played college ball, right? Mm-hmm. I know you play college ball.
Yeah.
How you balance playing college, bro? Like I always wonder, bro. When I see you starting to blow, cause I'm like, I gotta give Brad his flowers, cause like when I played ball, bro, I ain't had no time for nothing else. I worked out, and that's really all I did. And I know, you know what I'm saying. You're a promising athlete. You do good and off the field, bro. How you balance all that, bro? Like how you balance it?
I just had to answer this question from the last, you know, thing I did, so I'm gonna try to switch it up a little bit. But like I told them, when I'm in Atlanta, my feet are in Atlanta, so. Like football comes first. Football comes first regardless. But when I'm in Atlanta, like my focus is switched to football. Like when I'm back here, it's like I'm still working out. I'm still, you know, doing what an athlete does. But I can focus more on events and stuff like that. Like when I'm back in Atlanta, all it really is like I'll post here and there, or, you know, think of ideas. But like my team, they back here working, and they seeing the venues, they seeing owners like that. So like, cause they know like when I go back to Atlanta, it's business for me. Like it's. Football right now is business, and if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Football is a business right now, so that's what pays me, if you get what I'm saying, as well. So when I'm up there, it's strictly football first, and then when I have time to promote, I'll promote. But you know, like I say, my love for football was first. It wasn't promoting. So promoting always gonna come on the back end.
You got dreams of going to the league?
Definitely.
So as you increase your draft stock, and let's say you had to make a decision right now to go to the league right now and give up promoting, you done?
That's a good question. I never thought about that. But if I have to answer that right now, I'll say I'll just say like wherever my draft stock is would be the, you know, determined factor. You know, if I'm sitting good, I'll be a, you know, a good pick, I'm going with football. But at the end of the day, football is not. It don't last for everybody. So yeah, I always said like I want to do 5 to 6 years in the league, and then after that I want to be my own person. Like I don't want people to be like, oh, he's a football player. Like I want people to be like, he's his own person. He played football, and then he did this and he did that. Just like with promoting, like I just don't want to be a promoter. Like that's just not, you know, that's not my identity.
How your teammates be talking to you about promoting? Do they be cracking jokes or what? Like,
nah, my teammates. So like the crazy thing is up there, like my coaches know a little bit, but like when it comes to recruits or getting recruits like that, they always call me like, we need you with this recruit. We know you're gonna take up to the club. We know you're gonna make sure they have a good time. Like so, it works in my favor. And even my teammates know like if they ain't got most of the time there's nothing. They don't know nothing unless I tell them something. Half the time I don't want to go out in Atlanta.
So you the promoter on the team too?
Yeah, if you want to say, I don't throw no events no more in Atlanta just because I want to be focused on football. But when it comes to going out and stuff, I get plenty of calls on the weekends like, what are we doing today? And then half the time I don't want to go out in Atlanta.
But nah, I ain't gonna lie, cuz you know and I know. I've been in Atlanta a couple times. That's part of the city.
It is, and it's profit out there for sure. It's just my focus on football, so it's like I tried it as a freshman. It's dealing with stuff down here, then football, then Atlanta events. It's a lot, so I kind of like I backed up and shied away from, you know, when homecoming come around, I do events and stuff like that, but I try to shy away from, you know.
What's your name like on campus? Like, is you that guy on campus? Like, are you that guy on campus, or like, what's your name like on campus?
It's crazy. We don't even really have a campus. Like we got like it's a lot of buildings around there. Mm-hmm. So, and it's like 50,000 students. So people know me as I play football. Like some know I throw events from my freshman and sophomore years or so. A lot of people know me like that. But if you just got the GSU, you'll just think of me as like I play football.
You're a sophomore. I mean, you're a junior, right?
Yeah.
So you got 2 more years eligibility.
2 more years.
2 more.
Yeah.
What's your major?
I forget this. Media entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
What's like some of the things that you've been learning in your classroom, that you apply to your life, football, or like promoting?
Business wise, numbers, just dealing with financing and numbers and learning how to market the proper way. Because a lot of us know how to, market and get people attention, but when you really sit down in a classroom, they're gonna show you like how the right steps to, stay relevant. If you get what I'm saying.
Do you? What's like something? What's been your has football been an outlet for you, as far as like emotions or being able to take a stepping stone in life? Because we from around here.
Yeah.
A lot of people from around here don't get to make it, bro, or don't get to go to college. Like I said, I went to college, I graduated. You in college, you about to graduate. We black scholars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of our youth around here right now, they going down the wrong path.
Right.
So if I say that to say this, do you feel like football helped you see a bigger picture?
It definitely helped me see like it's many more places bigger than Ocala, and that's that. I always said that, like, I'll get out of Ocala. So I definitely think football was an outlet of me getting out of Ocala, but while still doing stuff here, still helping the community and stuff like that.
Do you encourage the youth to go to school if they can?
I don't encourage people to go to school unless you want to. Like, if you have a plan, it's a difference. If you have a plan of what you want to do, then you don't need to, like, honestly, and I'm not trying to tell kids like not to go to school.
Yeah.
But honestly, without football, I would not be in school. And I say that because for what I want to do, and it's always about what you want to do. What I want to do, you don't need school to do that. School helps, but you don't need that. So as far as the youth, yes, if you're playing football or you're in sports or stuff like that, go to school. Like, be a college athlete, do all that. If you want to be a nurse or something like that, go to school as well. But if your dreams are as far as like a owner of something, or like you're just trying to do your own thing, so you don't have to go to school. Like, don't try to make people, like, just because you ain't go to college don't mean you won't make it. It's never like that.
Listen, if I ain't play sports, I wouldn't have went to school.
I'm telling you.
If I wouldn't have played football, it wasn't no school for me. I would have went and got a trade. Like, it isn't, like, you know what I'm saying? But football helped me build so many connections and so many different outlets to things that if I didn't, I wouldn't have seen the world differently. I wouldn't have seen certain things differently. So football helps. Again, I tell people all the time, football helped me in life. Like, football helped me build structure. Football helped me instill discipline in myself. College didn't.
Yeah.
Football did.
And the ones who get it for sure. They definitely get it, because football helped me tremendously. College, like I say, is school. Like, do you really like school? You really don't like school, but do you really will you do school because you're doing football? Like, that's what it come down to.
I'm understandable. All right, so let's talk. I got me some water here. Let's talk community, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I see, like, you know what I'm saying, you be doing like different toy drives, you be doing different like stuff for the kids, like free, you put in with the free haircuts, all of that. Like, what's your reasoning behind that? Like, what does that fit in your heart?
Just a little free game to some people. I just feel like if I am trying to get adults to come to the club or in an event period and spend their money on what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to throw, why not give back to the kids? And before all of that, I always was going to give back to the community. Like, I always want to be the one that kids to be like, oh, he always gave back to us, because we ain't have that. Like, when I was a kid, we didn't have nobody really. We probably did, but it just wasn't like out there enough. So I really just try to like make sure, okay, every time I do an event or do a couple events, like, okay, I'm gonna give back to the kids. Or when it's time, like Christmas time, going back to school, going to school, like, I'm gonna always try to give back, because at the end of the day, like, number one, parents, y'all don't have to come to my events, but y'all do. And I'm thankful for that. And while, like, y'all come to my events, why not give back to y'all kids? And for the ones who don't even have, kids, but I might be helping your nephew or your niece. So it's always like, as long as they helping me, I'm gonna help back. And if I stopped events today, like, I'll still help kids. That's always been the goal.
So you feel like God blessed you, right, for you to bless others?
Definitely.
So do you believe in the pay it forward method? Like you do, somebody do a good deed for you, then you go do a good deed for
Definitely,
others.
for sure. Yeah. I always been like that.
So let me ask you this: what do you have to say to the haters in the community that that just maybe put crazy rumors out, or just you got them people out there that say shit out the side of their neck?
I always been talked about, bro. Like since a kid, since I was in high school, so it really don't faze me now. As long as I forever live, and I know that more people like me than the ones who don't, I'll always be straight. We're like, honestly, if somebody ain't talking about you, that means you just ain't doing your job right. So that's just how I look at it.
What's your ultimate goal for the community behind your name? What's the ultimate thing you want to push for the community?
I'll push wise, I always just want to give back and sow into them at the end of the day, because those the ones, like, I could care less what adults say or what my generation does. At the end of the day, it's the ones who coming up, because once we gone, once the adults gone, once I'm gone, they're the ones next up. So as long as they can look and be like somebody was showing us the way or paving us the way, like that's gonna mean the most to me.
When you, and I'm speaking in future tense is great. I'm speaking in future tense, and I'm speaking from a good heart when I say this. What you want when people remember you, what you want your legacy to say for itself when they speak on IZAIAH, God's name?
He always looked out, and he was just a good person. Like, I don't want to be. I don't know. I ain't really into, like, I don't try to boast myself and stuff like that. I ain't really into, like, being that guy or being that dude. Like, I live my life. I'm a regular person like everybody else. It's just I'm blessed with some things that other people just wasn't blessed with yet. But I don't know. I just really ain't. I don't like I might play around with my mama or something like that, but never, like, nobody ever catch me, like, boasting about myself or nothing. Like, I never wanted to be look like Hollywood or anything. And I still get called Hollywood to this day, and I never want to be portrayed as that. Like, if anybody want to talk to me, they could talk to me in person or, like, something like that. It's never, like that with me.
When you was, like, speaking when you say Hollywood, when you was growing up, was you, like, the quiet type? You didn't really talk to people? Like, was you, like, how was you known in the community when you was growing up?
When I was growing up, I was talking to people. Like, I never was really quiet. Like, I always, had a smile on my face. I always was just trying to get to know people. I just always been like that. When it comes to, like, a circle or stuff like that, like, I hang around the same homeboys, homegirls. Like, it hasn't changed. But
so, like, these people that you done grew up with from, like,
yeah. Like, these are people that, homeboys and homegirls wise, it's been people that, like, I've known them for years, and like I say, I can't name. It is probably surprising a lot of people, but I couldn't name, like, 10 people I could just go out with right now. And just because, like, I just don't, when it comes to, going out and stuff like that, I just don't hang around and when I say hang, like, ride in a car together, go out to a club, walk into somebody else's establishment with a lot of people. So, that's that.
Do you think your team will always have your best interest in mind?
Definitely.
But why you say that, though? Like, what characters do they display? Not saying individually, but as a whole that you see in them.
Just if people can have your back 400 miles away, making sure they talking to the right people about a club or a field or getting the right people on an event, then why wouldn't I want to trust them?
Understandable. My last question, we're gonna talk about the community. What's your community outlook for the next couple of years?
In probably about 5 to 10 years, I want to have, like, a big building where kids just come over the weekends and, they play around, have fun, freeze tag, football games, and then, like, after that, like, people come in, anybody comes in with an influence or something like that and come and talk to them. Like, it'll be like 6, 7 different rooms with a bunch of kids just coming to talk to them, and I want it to be consistent, not like just a one-time thing. I want it to be like every single weekend.
Are you gonna make that a nonprofit?
I haven't got deep into that. It definitely will be free. It's gonna definitely be free. I would, like I said, I haven't really dived deep into it, but that's just something I always wanted to do.
You're a good guy, bro. You're a good guy, man. You're a good guy, bro.
Oh,
I can say
yeah.
that. You're a good guy, bro. I can sit here and say that, bro. You're a good guy, bro. Because a lot of people, you ask them that question,
Yeah.
because they don't really think about it like that. Like I said, when God bless you, you got to give to others, man. I can't say that. Got to get real funny. and my water tasting good too. I'm gonna say this. What's your biggest, like, when it comes to like promoting, and you like when people come into your events, what's your biggest pet peeve?
People coming to the
wrestling suits.
I ain't even gonna get there yet. I say people coming to the door expecting to get in free. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, especially like, let's just be realistic. If another promoter comes to the door, okay, I can give you a little leeway. Or if somebody with, let's be real. If somebody with a name or something behind them is coming to the door, and they have helped the event, maybe shared the post a couple, three, 4 times or something like that, okay, you can get in free. But the people who don't share no flyers, do not share no flyers, don't try to get a whole spot, don't try to do nothing, and you get to the door trying to get in free, that really makes me look at you different. Really, real deal.
Zay, you ain't gonna let me in?
No, and trust, I don't even be at the door anymore. I've learned my lesson. I've lost a bunch of money behind a lot of people. I don't be at the door no more. If you help me, I'm gonna help you. Like, simple.
What about the wrestling suits? Like,
I mean, I think that phase been over with. But hopefully they'll try to bring it back during summer. I ain't got nothing wrong with the wrestling suits. It's just when like, it's a different type of wrestling. I don't like the wrestling suits where they got the one the strap. And then the strap, and then they go to about like the thigh. Why you can't have the full sleeve, and then go to the thigh? I don't like.
Hey, listen, boy, listen, hold on. Oh man, I'm saying though. So you like when you in the club, and motherfuckers just beating your phone out to let you in. Like what? To let them in free. What's going through your mind when they doing that? They just beating your phone down.
I look at who it is, and sometimes my phone, I purposely let my phone die. So sometimes if I know who it is, the people, my team up there, they will come get me, and I get them in. If my phone dies, if it's somebody that really ain't helped me for this event, like I'm not finna. Like, what do I look like sitting here helping? Or if it's not a previous, like promoters do promoter things. Promoters are usually gonna let a promoter in. Like, if they know the person, they're gonna let them in. But as far as just like, bro, it be random people like coming to the club like with $5. Like, partying is not that important. And I don't. And honestly, I hope everybody hear this. If you have $5 or just $20 to your name, I am not recommending you coming to my event. Like, I don't want you to come to my event because at the end of the day, a party is like, it's always gonna be here. I'm gonna keep throwing events. Never come to the club with $5 to $20. That's
bro. If you got $5 in your and that's all you got, you don't need to go nowhere, bro. You don't need to come out the house,
me?
bro.
And I get people
your
go
priorities
through it.
fucked up.
They are, and I get people go through it, and it's just like it kind of be like, dang, like they really want to come party so bad with only $5. So I mean it. Like if you just have $5 to $20, like just catch the next one. Run up your show, catch the next party.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I done said this a lot of times. I done done it before. Like I said, you done let me and my boys in free, and it's been sometimes like, you know what I'm saying, I got a name behind me or whatever. I'm still gonna pay because I respect your hustle. I feel like people who do that, and it's like, you don't help me, you don't really respect my hustle for real.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't really just like, at the end of the day, yeah, it's a party, but that's your business.
Exactly.
That's your business. So at the end of the day, they basically undermining your business.
Exactly.
Like I tell you all the time, like, what the ticket is. If you let me in free, cool. That's off of your face. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna come to you and say, man, they let me in free. No, bro, I'm gonna respect your business. And I feel like you get a lot of that with they want freebies, and I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? You
do. And usually if it's somebody like I done let you in free a couple times. You come like, well, ask what's the ticket. Like, man, I'm gonna give you a lower price than I give everybody else. But at the end of the day, people don't see that expense chart. They don't. When everybody else going to the Wawas and the gas stations after the club, and we sitting here really having to pay these people and pay this person and that person and pay a $3,000 club fee. Like, they don't see that part, and that's kind of what I do not like.
Because they don't understand what go in behind it. They think it's just all peaches and cream. Like, this is a business, bro. This is a business. This ain't got nothing. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all finna go to Waffle House, still party, whatever. I gotta pay these people $3,000-$4,000.
Bro, a lot of promoters go into parties in the negative 9K. When I say that, they're in a hole. We call it a hole. You're trying to get out of a 9K hole. And that's just a random number I'm throwing out there. Majority, if you're not having an artist, you're probably 9K, 10K hole, honestly. So, first off, you got to make sure you got enough people to get there to get you out of that 9K hole. I've been stuck in the hole previous times way back when. So it's like when people try to get in free and stuff like that, I really be wanting to just show them a chart. Like, I just want to show y'all, hey, this is who we got to pay. Them. Oh, don't forget the police out there too, the security, the bar people, the bottle girls, for that table you broke. The bathroom, y'all, like they don't see all that.
How you be feeling about the fighting, bro? Like honestly, what be going through your mind, like whether it's women, whether it's men, like
I feel like 85% of the time I've came to, like, people respect me as a person to not do that because I talk so much about it. Like, when I know it's going to be a huge event, like, I tell people, like, don't come like that. And usually 85% of the time they respect it, and they don't do that. Whatever happens after the club, that's on them. But the fighting has really they done calmed it down a little bit. It's rarely a fight in the club at one of my events. I feel like it comes to a respect point because at the end of the day, a person gonna think like, dang, this Zay event, like, he already don't like fighting, already don't like none of that. Let me just wait, or let me just chill. And I feel like that really go through people's head because when you got a lot of people at a lot of events, like, I'm pretty sure it's a couple people that don't like each other.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of people that respect that, and I respect them for looking out for me.
Now, when you had your little woot, you know what I'm saying? Disclaimer: I don't know anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? We talking right now. When you have your little woots come to the club, they get the skip fee. What? How that work? I know you be knocking down a couple of them girls that be skipping that line.
I'm gonna say it like this. Anybody I'm messing with,
don't come to your event.
Don't come to my events. And I don't want people to look at me weird like that. First, I don't like a female who goes out to the club, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I want my female to be a and I'm not, because it sounds weird like this, but I ain't gonna say like a stay-at-home girl, but you don't be out in the scene. I don't want my girl out. I don't want to see a girl.
She can't go to brunch?
Yeah, she can go to stuff like that. Like, I just don't want a girl that's just outside. All she knows is outside.
She ain't finna be at time 4 weeks out of the month.
Like, okay. She probably won't. Anybody I mess with probably hasn't came to time, honestly. I don't like people who are in, my business, or like, it's a lot of people are insecure, so.
Because the stigma around promoters.
Yeah, you feel me? So
they supposed. Y'all ain't never beat that stigma.
I don't think we ever are, honestly, bro. I honestly don't think we ever are. And I don't even want to have to explain the reason.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be honest. I got a good relationship with bro. He a cool dude. I don't really know him like that, but I know he stand on business and he goes a bit. Merv.
Yeah.
Merv a good dude.
Yeah.
But you, Merv, they some hoes.
I mean, I can't agree with that. I think Merv is a very husband-like man,
Yeah.
He caters to one person just like.
But that's what I'm saying. I ain't saying that to say he like that, but I'm saying that's what I've heard, and that's what people say. Like, how do y'all handle the stigmas behind that?
I've been called a hoe all my life, so honestly, either you're gonna like me or you just don't. Like, I don't really, when girls call me hoes, I'll be like, okay, what I'm supposed to be like? Oh my gosh, I'm not a hoe. Like, no, I'm not. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
I just feel like, bro, you can't really be stuck up as a promoter, though, because
you cannot.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, you said you got to be a people's person, and you just got to interact with everybody because they getting you money. And I'm pretty sure you got some women that, you know what I'm saying, they find you attractive and they drunk or whatever. You in the club, oh, hey, Zay, this and that. How you handle that? We ain't gonna call them groupies, but how you handle?
I'm a friendly person. I'm always show everybody the same respect as everybody else. Like, I treat everybody the same, honestly, because it is some genuine people who come to my events and really, like, love me as a person, and I love them as people. So, that goes back to me saying, like, I just can't have if I had a girlfriend, I cannot have my girlfriend in the club with me. Like, it just would not work because she would see how friendly, I guess how they say, how friendly promoters are, and that's just me. Like, me as a person, I'm going to give people hugs. I'm going to dap people up because y'all are coming to my establishment. I actually know some of y'all as people, so, you know, that's how I go.
Well, I appreciate this, bro, because I feel like this is gonna really give people an input and a way to look at you and actually dive a little deeper into who you are. Because you know how people are. There's a lot of people that probably want to know a lot about you, but they don't want to ask you. They don't know you, so guess what? They're gonna judge you off what you or what they see on social media. They're gonna judge you off what people say. But when you sit down and actually have a conversation with a person, you listen to them and see how they talk and see how they feel about things. Definitely. It changes you. Definitely. Hell, you might get more people that come to your parties after this. I might get more people that look at me different like this because I'm a controversial person.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean everybody good and I got a good heart. But you know what I'm saying? What's your next event? You got the
right now we might be working on next weekend, but right now we got February 7th at Simon's. Rodway Baby Mama supposed to be coming through. Yeah, D Baby supposed to be coming through, so you know. Yeah.
You gonna shoot your shot?
No comment. No comment. I can't.
Hey, you think Rodway is sick right now? Cause she been getting it to her, bro.
If I was him, I'd be sick. If I kept a female in the house all this time and she finally pop out and she's getting paid to pop out, I'll be sick. My stomach would probably be hurt, honestly.
Yeah, I cry in the car.
I'll cry in the car. But hey, we there though, man. Y'all heard my boy. Listen, it's G, IZAIAH guy, Zay, big, you know, hottest promoter in the 352. You know what I'm saying, bro? Keep doing you. Sure. Don't let nobody tell you, like you said, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. You know what I'm saying? You don't care about the haters. You don't care about the naysayers. You done came this far. You continue climbing the ladder.